Thank God it's Friday. Today is August 23, 2024, on the set of Inside Nigeria, Nigeria's current affairs and breakfast show on leadership television. My name is Winifred Ogobo, your host on the program. On today's program, we are only going to be looking at front review stories of some select newspapers. We have Leadership Friday on our menu, Nigeria's foremost Friday newspaper. We have The Guardian, The Punch, Vanguard, and Daily Sun all for review on today's program inside Nigeria. Of course, we'll normally start with Leadership Friday, Nigeria's most influential. Let's see what leadership is leading with this Friday. Northern elders fret over kidnap, killing of monarchs. Northern elders fret over kidnap, killing of monarchs. Condemn murder of sacking Gobi. Situation worrisome, say Abbas. Governor Aliyu. North must find solution to insecurity now, Shehu Sani. I'll take that again. Northern elders fret over kidnap, killing of monarchs. Condemn murder of Sarakin Gobi. Situation worrisome, say Abbas, Governor Aliyu. North must find solution to insecurity now, Shehu Sani. Let's have a snippet of what the story is talking about on page 4. Leaders of northern Nigeria have expressed grave concern over the activities of kidnappers who have been targeting traditional rulers. This is as the Northern Elders Forum (NEF) yesterday condemned the adoption and subsequent murder of the Emir of Gobe in Sokoto State, Alhaji Issa Bawa. A statement by the spokesperson of the forum, Abdulaziz Suleiman, said the appalling act perpetrated by bandits stands not only as a breach of the sanctity of traditional institutions, but also as a stark manifestation of the underlying chaos that pervades certain regions in northern Nigeria. Leadership reports that NEM's pronouncement reflects a deep-seated outrage that resonates with the collective sensibilities of the northern populace, who hold their traditional leaders in high regard. NEM said the Emir of Gobi's killing represents more than a mere loss of life. It is a profound attack on cultural heritage, a disregard for customary authority, and a grim reminder of the rampant insecurity that has plagued much of northern Nigeria. That is snippets from that headline story today on Leadership Friday. Northern elders fret over kidnap killing of monarchs. From still on leadership cover, we have National Hospital plans world-class healthcare delivery. The story runs on page 7 of Leadership Friday. National Hospital plans world-class healthcare delivery. Story is on page 7. Tinubu swears in Kekere Ekun as CJN today. Congratulations. This is the second female that is occupying that position as of a CJN, that is a Chief Justice of Nigeria. Nigeria's 9.2 trillion naira 9-month petrol subsidy surpasses 8.15 trillion naira spent in 16 years. I'll take that again. Nigeria's 9.2 trillion naira 19-month petrol subsidy surpasses 8.15 trillion naira spent in 16 years. That is also a Guinness Book of Record too. That within 19 months, 9.2 trillion naira has been spent on petrol subsidy, which also surpasses 8.15 trillion naira spent in 16 years. The story runs on page 11 of Leadership Friday. And beside the masthead, sacked Benue APC ESCO sues Ganduje. Above the masthead, Emir of Ilorin lauds Abdulrazak's leadership style. Chinese firm seizes another Nigeria's jet in Canada. The story runs on page 9 of Leadership Friday. That takes us to the page 3 of the paper, where we have our stand. Our stand is the editorial stance of the paper, and today's stance is on increased wages for judicial officers. Increased wages for judicial officers. Today's editorial on Leadership Friday. And from there we move to the back page, where we have guest column with Adam Echen, Jesse Rhodes, and Tatishe Neteta. They're writing on, are US voters ready for a woman president? This is the question you have to find answers to as you log on to the website of Leadership Friday on www.leadership.ng. From leadership, we move to the Guardian. The Guardian is second on our menu, and today's headline story, it's actually big story as they frame it, is on insurgency in Northeast. Thousands die in thousands in dire straits as supports dry up in border towns. Insurgency in Northeast. Thousands in dire straits as supports dry up in border towns. This is a big story that runs on pages 4 and 5 of the Guardian. Beneath that, we have "Don't destroy PDP," Dele Momodu warns as party's crisis worsens. Oando completes $783 million Ajib acquisition deal. Knocks for immigration over passport fee hike. Federal government fumes as terrorists kill 12 abduct minors in Niger. The story is on page 29 of the Guardian. Federal government fumes as terrorists kill 12 abduct minors in Niger. CJN Tinubu to swear in Kekere Ekun as Ariwola retires. Court discharges 6 EndSARS protesters after 4 years. Chinese firm continues seizure spree with another Nigerian jet in Canada. This story runs on page 6 of the Guardian, and that also concludes the front review headlines on the Guardian today. For more, log on to www.guardian.ng. From the Guardian, we move to Daily Sun. Daily Sun's main headline story says senior lawyers urge new CJN to claim worth in judiciary. Ariwola acts Kekere Ekun in. Senior lawyers urge new CJN to claim worth in judiciary. Ariwola out Kekere Ekun in. The main headline story. The second headline story on the Daily Sun says stop Matawale's harassment of opposition leaders in North. PDP tells Tinubu. Stop Matawale's harassment of opposition leaders in North. PDP tells Tinubu. Chiroro mines 28 killings. Federal government wants embassies to monitor nationals' activities. Chiroro mines 28 killings. Federal government wants embassies to monitor nationals' activities. Nigeria must adopt Okpara model to prosper. Uzodinma. Imo Cross River governors win Michael Okpara Award. Police rescue 19 kidnap victims. Arrest 123 suspected criminals in 2 months in Enugu. Oando finalizes $783 million acquisition of Nigerian Ajib Oil Company. Oando finalizes $783 million acquisition of Nigerian Ajib Oil Company. APC stakeholders urge Tinubu to probe cabinet members romancing opposition. Federal government funding of education far below UNFPA stipulations. ASU. 4 died, 6 missing in Kano boat accident. 5 kidnappers nabbed in Imo. That runs on page 4 of Daily Sun. And the last story is beside the masthead. Flying to Heathrow. Air Peace missed 2 submission deadlines. ACL says Nigeria-UK BASA has 0 influence on slot allocation. The story runs on page 24 of Daily Sun, and that also concludes review of the cover today. For more, log on to www.thesun.ng. From the Sun, we move over to Vanguard, next on our menu, and Vanguard's headline story has hashtag end bad governance. Hashtag end bad governance. Release detained protesters now on Aekon Arewa Youth CSOs. Vanguard main headline story. Hashtag end bad governance. Release detained protesters now on Aekon Arewa Youth CSOs. And the kickers, arraign or release protesters before August 25 or face legal action. Falana tells federal government. Says adequate notice must be given suspects to enable them contact NBA families for defense. Resolves to defend cases filed against protests by 2 states. FCT. Ask National Human Rights Commission to investigate killing of 22 protesters. Over 30 lawyers coming to court for 27 protesters at Deyangju. Condemns ill treatment of detained protesters. UNESCO calls for protection of journalists covering protests worldwide. These are the kickers. Those are the kickers beneath the main headline story. Hashtag end bad governance. released detained protesters now on Ayekon Arewa Youth CSOs. Federal government moves differential tariff to stimulate demands, Power Minister Adelabu. And in sports, 2024 Paralympics, Team Nigeria arrive Paris, promise podium performance. That takes us to the news about the masthead of Vanguard. Nigeria's trade surplus rises 145% to $8.26 billion. State House 2025 budget will be on actual requirements. Presidency. Pay rise. NBA asks judges to revive public trust. Ajero's police summons. Obi cautions federal government as Nupeng puts oil workers on red alert. That concludes review of Vanguard newspaper front headline stories today, Friday, August 23, 2024. For more, log on to www.vanguardngr.com. From Vanguard, we move to the last paper we have on our menu, and that is The Punch. The Punch is punching with landowners sue federal government over 15 trillion naira Lagos Calabar highway. Landowners sue federal government over 15 trillion naira Lagos Calabar highway. Umahi vows to continue project, insists government paying compensation. Federal government rules out new roads in 2025, plans to complete existing projects. Beneath that, we have Minister Rice Finance Ministry over Sani Nasu withheld salaries. Sokoto youth protest district head killing over unpaid ransom. Bandits kill 13 Niger farmers, alleged leaked information. Beside the masthead of the Punch, Labour Party denies APC alliance 1.6 billion naira offer. APC campaign built on lies, says PDP. And above the masthead of the Punch, Dangote refinery begins petrol production test run. Tinubu cuts short France trip, swears in CJN today. NNPC directors' expenses jumped by 214% according to report carried on the Punch newspaper. That also concludes review of front headline stories on the Punch today. For more, log on to www.punchng.com. Well, viewers, today that concludes the Inside Nigeria presentation today on Leadership Television. For more, don't forget to join us on this same station for News on the Hour. My name is Winifred Gobon. Here is wishing you a beautiful weekend ahead.
Thank you for watching. Sponsorship and advert placements. Please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last